Hey everybody, it is Tuesday, so it's time for a little Tuesday tips, tricks, and tools. I got something super quick and easy for you today. And so we've talked in different capacities and at several different times about being the expert and specializing and why that's important. And so there's definitely a live about that. If you missed it, you can go check that out. But you definitely want to position yourself as the expert in what it is that you're doing. You are the best at that, and how are you doing that differently that contributes to making you the best at what it is that you can do? And so a big part of that, and this is actually kind of a kill two birds with one stone kind of a deal, is teach. Yep, teach. So if you're the expert, then that means that you have mastered, maybe not, and y'all, this is not coming from, you don't have to be doing something for 25 years to be an expert or to have mastered it. So many times we overlook the things that come easy to us because they come easy to us. And so we assume that they're easy for everybody else. And that's just not the case. And I'll use a perfect example. She's in this group, Brittany, happy, like PEA for those that are wondering, like peas in a pod. Anyway, so one of the things that Brittany is phenomenal at is this girl is a champion decorator, particularly when it comes to Christmas trees. And you can be sitting there going, okay, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. Y'all don't understand. She's like Olympic gold level, okay? And I have tried to up my game for several years to follow in her footsteps, and I am so not there yet. I'll get there. But for whatever reason, the way her brain works, she not only, like, I have the vision. I think we all can have the vision, right? But she can actually execute it. And she can find the harmony and the balance and walking this beautiful line between, I mean, it's not too much, but you put one more thing up there and it might be. But she always stays on this side of that. And so she's just really able to see that picture and to see not just the end result, but how to get there. That's easy for her. Okay. And so now the question becomes, great, how do we monetize that? Because what's easy for you isn't easy for everybody else. And maybe there are some things that she can teach the rest of us commoners to make our Christmas tree decorating a little bit easier and still get that just big, beautiful, professional, like, you know, flagship store Macy's level Christmas tree. Okay. So that's kind of what I want you guys to think about is, what is it that you are the expert at? And think about what it is you're trying to do with your business, or what you want to do, or what that end goal is. And ultimately, you're going to be teaching people anyway. And so just a little quick side note to dispel, this is a misconception and a myth. If you teach people how to do what you're doing, then a lot of people go, great, but then I'm not going to have any business. And that's just not the way that it is. And I will use this, what I'm doing here with you guys right now, as a perfect example. I want to teach you as much as I possibly can and give you as much and add as much value as I possibly can. And that is in no way, shape, or form taking away from the business that I am able to do. It's not decreasing my bottom line. It's not hurting my sales. Because ultimately what I'm doing is I'm trying to teach you something that you can do right now. But the services that I offer and what I can do, that's not going to be the same thing that you'll be able to necessarily accomplish on your own. And so when we think of teaching, we don't ever have to be afraid that if I teach someone how to do this thing, then they're never going to hire me. And Donnie, who runs the Success Champions that I talk about so much, he talks about this a lot too. And he talks about it personally in his own life. I'm going to steal one of his stories where he was at, I don't even remember what the topic was, to be honest with you, but wherever he was at a convention, at an event. And he went and he listened to a speaker who outlined and gave him, like, here's how you do what I do, and gave him, let's say it was 10 steps. And Donnie said he remembers thinking, like, you are so stupid. Like, now I'm just going to do what you told me to do. Like, I'm never going to hire you. So Donnie went home and he tried to do these, whatever, 10 steps or whatever it was. And when he got into it, found it was so much more complex and so much more than what he thought it was, that he said, like, a couple days later, he called the guy. And he was like, Okay, now I need your help. And so that's something that we just need to be aware of. Yeah. So don't be afraid to teach. In fact, teaching not only gives you a little bit more visibility and it gets you out there more, you're adding value to people's lives and to what the problems that you're trying to solve. But you're also, that is you positioning yourself as the expert, right? You're telling people why you get paid to do what you do and why they should either hire you or recommend you to a friend. And so that would be my challenge for you guys in the near future, in the next week or so, is start thinking about what your superpowers are. Yeah. What comes easy to you that doesn't to other people? What do you enjoy doing? What is it what's something that you feel you understand and see more clearly than anyone else does? And then thinking about how those things can translate into solving someone's problem or pain point. And so that kind of not only helps you get some clarity on what you can and should be doing with your brand and your business, but those are the things that you want to put back out there into the world. Yeah. So teach me something. Okay. So I would love it. I would love it if we could get people to throw up a little live or pre-record it or whatever and teach us something in this group. Even if it takes you 2 minutes or it's going to be a 15-minute video. Teach me something, because every single one of you has something that you can offer that no one else can. And you have something to teach me that I don't already know, whether it's completely new or a way to do something better. So I'm going to say it again. Teach me, and we can teach each other. And don't be afraid of getting in front of a camera. The authenticity is what people love most, and it's not going to be perfect, and it shouldn't be, and no one here is going to judge you for that. We're just going to be excited that you had the courage to jump in front of the camera and teach us something. So that's my deal for today. That's my Tuesday tip, tricks, and tools. And I will catch you guys later. Make sure you don't forget, leave a comment if you have a question, send me a message, whatever it is. I'm here for you. All right, guys, have a good week.